Hey, everybody, welcome back to the No Cover TV podcast. That's right, I'm your host, Big Al, and I bring you that original local and national music. I shove it in your face. You need to hear it. All genres, all age groups, all around the world. It's just not one spot. I'm just checking it out, and I'm blessed that the artists come to me and let me tell the story and get the music out there. It's beautiful. We're on our 178th show today. Amazing. And the artist that's on the show today was number 95. And he's paying us a visit again, and we'll get to him in just a second. So check out the past shows, the future shows. We got a lot of great things going on. I'm going to take July off, and then we are going to be book solid again like we have been, and I'm loving every minute of it. Use my 3 favorite words: support, support, support these artists. Get to the shows, pay a cover charge if there is one, get to the swag table. Get that coffee mug, hat, shirt, CD, album, keychains, bumper stickers, whatever they have. Then get to the stage, enjoy the show. After the show, meet the band, get some autographs, because you just never know. And they're doing what they're doing because they love it, and they love putting a smile on your face. In return, you're putting a smile on the artist's face. So it's a great thing. So we've got a great show, like I was saying. The artist has been on the show before. This is going to be fun. I'm going to probably lose it on this show because we're going to have too much fun. I know we are. In the house today is one amazing vocalist, singer, incredible. I call him the king of karaoke. Shawn Gavin Thomas from Orlando, Florida, is in the house today. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing well. Actually, I'm residing in Sarasota, Bradenton, but that's close enough.
Yeah, Florida's Florida, the sunny state.
That's right. Sunshine State.
Ah, decent. So we got him in his car today doing the interview.
yeah, literally in my car. I do research and side hustle, so it's got some quick cash here, but I'm always busy. I've got a lot of stuff on the plate coming up here. Tomorrow, we're actually singing the national anthem for the Orlando Predators. It was actually a last-minute gig, basically bumped to me from another artist that works with the same producer as me, and it was just a last-minute gig, and she said, hey, can you do this? I'm going to be in Costa Rica. And I said, absolutely.
That is great, because you've been doing a lot of anthems this year.
Yes, yeah, oh yeah. I try to do as many anthems as possible, even though they're not paid gigs. It allows me to really get myself out there as an artist and for many people to hear. Because, you could do your traditional bars and clubs and gigs that you might maybe have about 4 or 5 people that are there if it's a slow day, but the chance to get out there, even if it's like 500 people, or in one case, it was about close to 7,000 people that I did national anthem for the Detroit Tigers spring training. So that's I actually did the Detroit Tigers spring training this past March. Wow,
you're in my area. That's cool.
Yeah. It made me think of you because I know you're based in Michigan and all that, and they have their spring training is in Lakeland, Florida, which is a little bit south of Orlando, or roughly about an hour or so, 45 minutes.
Okay.
But yeah, they have their spring training every year, and I did them, and then the next Monday of that, I did the New York Mets spring training in Port St. Lucie. Yeah. So that was a little bit of a kind of a coast to coast from where I'm at, because I'm in the Sarasota Bradenton area, which is kind of like we're on the west coast, so the Sun Coast area. Right. So it was literally like a coast to coast going from one end of the Florida coast to the other. It's a little I-70, or actually, I didn't take I-75. I took Route 70, which is just a straight shot into Port St. Lucie. So it made the drive very easy.
Wow, nice. Beautiful. Because I'm getting a little feedback here. Let me see if it's this or that. Hey, is it that? Hey, there we go. You never know technical difficulties, but it's something.
Yeah, exactly.
So anyways, well, that's good. You're doing a lot of, like you said, it's a lot of exposure than just doing a small venue or a bar or whatever.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I mean, you're on the big Megatron up there. Your voice is just going on. You're having too much fun, Shawn. I'm telling you.
Yeah, you know, Big Al, it's for newer anthem singers, it might be almost a shell shock, because some of the stadiums that I've sung in, like, they have either real big reverberation. So when you sing, you're going to hear like, it's that slap back feel. So you just have to learn to just keep singing. And I learned that a long time ago when I was part of a barbershop course, the Men of Independence in Cleveland, where the director was saying, just keep singing. You're going to hear slap back and reverb throughout the entire stadium. So you just got to keep singing. You got to keep keep pushing.
Yeah, don't let those 5 voices hitting you in the back,
Exactly.
throw you off. Not at all.
Exactly.
Oh my goodness! Now you've been quite busy. Now I call you the king of karaoke because you are. You're the man. I'm telling you.
Well, it's good practice. Like if you don't have a gig or whatnot, you just want to kind of get vocally going and all that, and just lay out some book covers and all that stuff. It just keeps the vocal chops going and it keeps your repertoire going for that matter. So I always try to strive for it.
Well, I mean, it's amazing because you've taken it more than just to karaoke. I mean, you have an incredible vocal cords that you can control. And we talked to that in, I think, our previous episode almost a year ago.
It's hard to imagine. It's almost been a year.
Yeah, it's been almost a year. And I mean, the ranges you hit, I mean, you're on spot with every song you sing.
Well, I appreciate that. It takes a lot of takes sometimes, and a lot of hard work, and a lot of just self-awareness of like, that was good, but it could be a little better. So for me, I take a lot of pride in what I do, and it shows, like all the feedback that I've gotten from people and all that. And occasionally, you'll occasionally get the internet trolls that are just like, oh, that wasn't good, but you deal with that. You deal with the ups and the downs, and that's all part of the music business. You're going to get, positive and negative feedback, and you just got to you take the positives and you piggyback off those and say, you know what, those are my fans. Those are the people that I'm reaching out to, and you know what, you just got to ignore the haters and the naysayers and just keep moving forward.
I always think bad press is good press. You never know.
Absolutely.
But, like I said, you take it a step farther. You started your own thing. You started writing some music, didn't you?
Yes. Mm-hmm. My very first ever original song ever. Mm. And it was a big jump because I've seen a lot of artists that my producer worked with, and I was like, you know what? I'm just tired kind of sitting around in the back just watching everybody kind of get the spotlight, so to speak, and I don't mean it in a negative way, but more or less just kind of seeing everybody else is like, you know what, if everybody's doing it, why can't I? It's kind of like the old saying goes.
Right.
So I decided just to take the leap and just even if it may not be the most perfect shot at it, write an original song.
Yeah.
And the first song that came to mind was something that was a motivational anthem, something that would encourage everybody, no matter what you were going through in life. You just have to keep moving forward. And I think you probably keep saying keep moving forward for the majority of this podcast, but it's so true because it rings for me as an artist.
Yeah.
And when I started writing this song, it was actually during the pandemic that I was talking to my producer, Michael Allen Walker of Dreamwalker Music Evolution. So shout out to Mike.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, he's going to be taking a big sabbatical this summer, so I won't be able to meet up with him probably until September. So while it does seem like a very long time, that's also kind of a blessing in disguise because it'll allow me to get myself caught up on a financial aspect and also be able to prepare more material because I've got about 3 or 4 more original songs
in
the pipeline that I'm writing basically in the back.
Beautiful.
But long story short, me and Mike were sitting, it was during a session, and I bring up this old Winston Churchill quote, if you're going through hell, keep going. Oh. And it's just what, we're all going through this dreaded coronavirus and COVID-19 and just, all the crap that's been going on is basically the hell that we're going through.
Right. And,
it's just a struggle. And I kept, I said that to him. And then when I went back home, I was like, you know what? I got a song idea here. So I'm going, so one of my favorite artists on my countryside is Jelly Roll.
Oh, okay.
And I heard the song Need a Favor. Only talk to God and I need a favor. That song was the melody. The melody specifically was in my head.
Okay.
Only talk to God. And when I had the hook of my original song in mind, that is exactly what I had. So like for the song, it's called Focused. The main chorus, I'm focused on the prize.
Right.
I've got to keep my head, gotta keep my very similar type melody with and that was the main hook of the song. And the biggest challenge was just trying to find verses and pre-chorus and the bridge of the song. And
sure.
And originally, the bridge of the song was actually longer than what you heard with the initial song. So the song is called Focused. And basically what the song is about is no matter what you're going through, no matter what trials and tribulations you may be experiencing, no matter what the cost, you got to keep moving forward.
You do.
And you got to keep pushing forward because it ain't going to be any easier. And like a good example is like my mom and I will consistently talk about like with the inflation of the country and all that.
Mm-hmm.
And just like with the insurance, because the Florida is a little bit higher. And it's just like, man, it's just so high. And yeah, it is a little bit expensive to live here, but you have to keep moving forward. And it's no excuse. I mean, you have to just you can't make an excuse of like, all right, yeah, it may be a little bit more expensive to live here, but you have the utility. You have all of the basically the goodies I like to call that are in of reach per se.
I agree.
Like for me, I have with my producer. He's based in Orlando and all that, and it can be easy just to pack up your bags and leave. But you know what? It makes it a lot harder for me to actually meet up with him.
Yeah.
So for me, I just said to myself, whenever I'm feeling down, whenever I feel like I'm about to just give up on this, I just put my song on.
There you go. I like that.
And it's just, I'm motivated. I'm not deflated. That's one of the lyrics of the song.
Right.
I'm not going to take this anymore. I'm just going to keep pushing forward. I've dealt with, like to quote some lyrics of the song, I've dealt with the ups and downs,
Yeah.
But, I'm done. I'm done messing around. I'm basically done with this. You know what? I'm just focused and just locked in and just making myself a better person, physically, mentally, spiritually, financially, everything. And that's basically what the song is about. No matter what you're going through, and I'm blessed that the song has taken off in the short amount of time it's been out. It's been out since February 4th. And within less than 4 months, it's reached over 2,000 streams.
I see that.
Very good. That's very good for an independent artist myself. So I'm very thankful that's been put on playlists and everything has been awesome.
It's a great song. I love the heavy guitar, the metal edge to it. Yeah, it's kicks ass.
Yeah. I said to Mike, my producer, I want this thing just to rock in your face right from the get-go. And he hit a home run as always.
Oh, man, you sure did hit a home run on Focus. Now, did you gather some band members together and put something together?
For Focused?
Well, Focused or what you might be doing now.
Yeah. So for Focused, those are basically hired gigs, just like with my regular gigs.
All right.
So Glenn Wellman from the United Kingdom, he's over across the pond.
Oh yeah.
He was the drums for Focused, and he did a phenomenal job. Actually, he's done so many incredible works with many like some of Mike's clients and with many other artists. And man, he just hit a home run with the drums on this one.
Nice.
And Brooks Pascal, who did the mixing for the song, it really didn't take too much to say, wow, okay, this is the final product.
Right.
And he did an incredible job. And Grant Barry is his name. He did the mastering just to kind of make it playable on all platforms. And again, I can't thank enough the people behind the scenes that put this all together, and it's really amazing. And Mike did all the instrumentation and with the bass guitar and the regular guitar, and we used a preset that is very similar to Eddie Van Halen.
Oh, I like that.
And so we did that, and actually for those that follow my Instagram, you can kind of see a little behind the scenes of Focus and how it was made, and just kind of a video where we're in studio, and Mike he kind of walks how everything has been put together for that song. And there's a part 2 coming, but that's going to probably be, like I said, in September, because he completely redid his studio. I mean, like what you see in the video there, it's totally different now. I mean, he's got a whole new control panel, the control room's brand spanking new now, new flooring, new everything. So it's beautiful. It's looking fantastic.
Sweet. Now you got Focused out there. Are you going to put enough material together of your own to put an EP out next year?
Oh yeah, you know what? I would love to put an EP, and it's just a matter of getting enough songs to create an EP. As an artist, typically the smart way to do it is to release the singles,
right,
one at a time. Because a single, you can get a single, I think, a little bit more traction out there than like. Because you're pitching a full EP of 4 or 5 songs or however many songs on there, you're basically not selling one song, but you're selling
all of them. Yeah. So you're making them choose.
And you got to make sure that if you're doing that, like, I haven't done this a long time, but I know probably at least from most people's experiences, I'm sure that, you want to hit a home run for pretty much each and every song that's on there. And you want to say, like, okay, the first song is awesome. I'll take a listen to this song. But also take a listen to the good song. I mean, it's like Linkin Park's Hybrid Theory comes to mind.
Okay.
Like, I'm a big fan of Linkin Park, and from top to bottom, that entire album is a masterpiece. For anybody who's listened to the new metal, the heavy metal genre there, like, for me, that's probably one of my all-time favorite albums of all time.
Sweet. Before we get on, tell everybody in podcast land where they can possibly find your performance, your music, merchandise, everything.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm on Facebook at www.facebook.com/Shawn, and that's SHAWN, Gavin Thomas Music. Shawn Gavin Thomas Music. And then you can also search me on Instagram, Shawn Gavin Thomas Music. So just everything as one word there. And I'm a multi-genre artist. I do everything. I do rock. I do pop. I do R&B. I've got an R&B thing
you do.
in the pipeline with another singer that I know personally. I've known him for 10 years, and he's actually very good friends with Omar Jose Cardona. Shout outs to Omar from NBC's The Voice season 22.
Sweet.
And boy, I tell you.
Oh, man.
Omar is amazing, and it's hard to find somebody that's basically the same height as you. That's amazing. They're really the same height. I'm only 5'3".
That's great, Shawn.
5'4". So so it's to find somebody who's like the little guy with the big voice. It's very very hard to find these days. But Omar, I'm so happy for his success that with the voice and all that. And people ask me, would I ever go on a show like that? Yes and no. I mean, it's yes, the thrill to be able to sing in front of the big name in music industry people and all that, and a chance. But the part of me says no at the same time, because as an independent artist, you have fully control of what you do.
You do.
And when you sign the dotted line with a major label, it's very tough to try to get control of everything.
It's rocky.
So I'm very happy being independent and what I do, and it allows me to do stuff that most people that are on the upper end of the echelon really can't do. I mean, they can't freely walk around the hallways and sing national anthems without being mobbed every 5 seconds or have a paparazzi security. So,
right.
For me, like to open up for a main thing, I mean, that'd be an honor, obviously. But
well,
it's a challenge. But you know what? I'm having a blast doing it. I always have a blast, and if you're not having fun, why do it?
Exactly. I mean, you are having a lot of fun. Now, are you still, when you go out and you hear that music above your head, stopping and singing and just, people just stop and listen to you like you usually do?
Honestly, I never really do that.
No, come on, Shawn. I know better.
In a store, I'm not going to necessarily do that. But like if it's something that, like if it's City Walks Rising Star or something like that, the live band karaoke place nationally, that's all open field. But I'm trying to get what you're getting at here, Big Al.
Well, come on. I know you go if you're in an empty elevator and it's going. You're probably singing and the doors are opening, right?
Oh yeah. It's funny, like if the door just like opens and you get like about 5 million people coming in. Right?
That's beautiful, man. Brother. That's beautiful. Oh man. Now I wanted to. Are you still doing some stuff in your home studio?
Yeah. Not as much at the moment. I mean, like right now, if people check my Instagram, I'm doing they basically cover songs to keep the content moving on my page, because as an independent artist and as that, you always have to continually keep posting content.
Yes.
Be it if it's like a little news thing, like give a plug with today's podcast here, and then tomorrow I got something set for the national anthem for the Orlando Predators.
Sweet.
So I'm having to I'm finding myself now like to make the time because I do my side hustle and just kind of balancing both things at the same time.
Right.
I'm having to actually plan way ahead of content. So like I'm basically writing for the whole week. I used to just kind of like be kind of random on the day.
Okay.
And say like, I'm going to do this cover here and just get it done within a couple hours and post it. Be good. But actually, I've been planning a lot more ahead than I have previously. obviously. So,
well, it's good. It doesn't hurt to do that.
For example, I did a recent cover of Wholehearted by Extreme. And that one, I wasn't really familiar with the song and the hook just yet. So I got basically the instrumental track pre-downloaded and everything was all set with there. And then I was kind of, while I was doing my side hustle, I was just kind of listening to the music and getting it rehearsed, because that's how I learned music. I mean, it's the walking and chewing gum. You got to do it somehow. So I'm just in the car, just listening to new stuff and
there you go,
getting it down and passing some of these songs to, you mentioned if I was doing some other live performances. Well, I recently did the Florida Strawberry Festival this past March. So March 7th, that was a Thursday, with a guy that he is actually the original DJ of Hogan's Hangout.
Oh, really?
And we really clicked together musically. It was just basically a Laverne and Shirley type right there. Literally, we just clicked immediately.
That's
and great. I'm passing him all the new ideas that I'm doing for songs, and he learned 6 songs. I did about 6 songs for this festival, all variety music. So I opened up with a little Jason Mraz, his new song, I Feel Like Dancing. Then I went to, Walk the Moon, Jump and Dance. And then I did Wagon and Wheel, Darius Rucker. This is a variety of stuff. I did sing. I actually did Focus Live for the very first time. So the very first live performance of Focus. And it went swimmingly well. I mean, we had a couple of technical issues with the time to there. But other than that, the show must go on, and we just push through with it. And that's the thing about being an independent artist, is you're going to have, nothing's going to go perfect all the time.
Right.
But we made it work, and we pushed it through, and we're just now it's a matter of just getting a full show set put together. Not just a half hour, but like about 3 hours worth of material. And so I've been contacting a couple of venues. I just kind of told what we're doing here. So start off as a duo, and then I have the option of expanding to a 5-piece band, which I did for the Florida Strawberry Festival. Okay.
You like it with a band?
I do. I like it. I love it. I mean, if I'm doing shows, it's kind of like the go big or go home.
Yeah.
I don't like doing stuff that's like, okay, everybody does like the solo artist with the guitar and all that. It's like, it's good. I mean, if you're at a coffee shop or, like I said, a simple bar or whatever. But if you got a big venue, you got to go all out. You got to have the full experience, and because the audience has a good time.
They do.
You have, if you're getting the audience involved, and I always get the audience involved. If they're kind of feeling class, like, hey, how's everybody doing tonight? And it's, you get like kind of the lukewarm response, and then you do it a second time, and they start, the energy starts getting there, and that's what I live for. I live for the energy. I live for, I'm a high energy individual anyway, but that's the beauty of it. It's getting the live performance in the band. Okay, well, let me ask you this. I don't think I asked you the last time, but okay, you did it with the band, and was there quite a few people in the audience? A good respectable amount. I would say probably about 100 people or so. Okay. I mean, it's an open festival, so like they kind of go in
walking
and out.
Around.
But yeah, I mean, the person I booked it, they loved us, and they were wanting to move us actually to another venue there that supports like for bands.
Oh, okay.
And the challenge with doing Florida Strawberry Festival was like it had, not wireless microphones, because I like to kind of move around. So kind of being in a constricted area dealing with the cord was a little bit of a challenge. But I do what's called the triangle effect. So like, for example, if I'm standing in the middle of the stage, I can kind of play stage left and stage right and just kind of like acknowledge the audience that way.
There you go.
Just kind of songs that way.
Okay.
So that was kind of the challenge with it.
Okay. Well, you're up there, you're playing in front of everybody, and I know they're digging what they're seeing and hearing. When you saw that and stuff, it bounces back to your heart. And you already mentioned it makes it big, doesn't it?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, there's nothing more than a crowd getting into it and having fun with you and having a good time. And that's what I'm about. I'm a natural performer. I love to perform and love to just love to reach out and see everybody having a great time. Yeah,
and doing the anthem, that's a special thing because I love the national anthem. And I love singing it, but it moves me. So I don't know if I could ever do it in public and finish it without bawling my eyes out.
Oh, sure. Yeah. I mean, it was tough for me. I recently did the national anthem. It was a military appreciation night. It was a much different performance because you have the color guard in front there, and then it was they had basically 10 seconds of a moment of silence. It was a little bit more of a somber performance, and I put my normal spin like I normally do performing the anthem, but it was more like afterwards, it was the applause, and then the color guard, basically, walking off, and normally I would just kind of wave the crowd and walk off, but I actually stood in place and just, kind of just put, just respected of the day, and because Memorial Day or Veterans Day, the Veterans Military Appreciation Month. It's not just any other month. It's respecting our fallen soldiers and those that have served.
That's right. It does. You do a great job at it, brother. You do a great job. Now, do you have much coming up? You doing anything other than the last anthem? Any shows?
Right now it's mostly anthems, and right now I'm just kind of grinding it at the moment. But it's just kind of getting gigs organized, and just getting the show end going here. So you'll be seeing some shows coming in for sure. And we're working some final gigs here, and I recently was up in Ohio. I'll be back in Ohio this July. That's originally my home state where I'm from.
Right.
And the Barbershop Harmony Society is having their international convention in Cleveland, so it's kind of a bittersweet moment for me to be able to get back in Cleveland and watch the finals at least, and go see the Cleveland Indians, Guardians, what do you want to call them? Right. Do some baseball and visit some friends, and I actually caught up with my best friend of 30 plus years, Mark, who is also a drummer. So we're working kind of the ideas of featuring him on a song. And I said to him, you got to learn on playing click tracks, buddy, because
that's the way it is.
It's gonna be click tracks.
Times
have
changed.
Oh yes, he said I feel upon the rhythm guitar, so I'm like, you got to start feeling on the.
That's great. Now I wanted to ask you. You posted on Instagram a little while back a picture of cassettes that you wanted to do a song, I think, out of each one of them.
Yeah. So I'm going to be bringing that back actually. Probably next week. It's the wall mural art cover contest that I do. So I found this wall mural, this art thing of cassettes at Hobby Lobby out of all stores, and I just was kind of going through like this entire murals of cassettes, and it basically has mostly like 80s and 90s songs. And I said, you know what, for like a content idea, let's just do kind of like the wall mural art cover thing. And I have like my own little introduction. But I'm like, hello, everybody, and welcome to, with a clap, the wall mural art cover. And it just to add a little personality to it. And I just do kind of like a little introduction, like explanation of each song.
Right.
And like some songs I'm not familiar at all. I mean, like I've never listened to these groups when I was younger or when I was a kid. So some of them are a little bit of a challenge, but others are very easy to do. So the next one's actually very easy to do because I've heard the song many times. So it's Leonard Cohen's Hallelujah, which I'll be doing. So it's that's the next song on the wall mural arts cover. And there's probably about 100 cassettes here, so it'll probably get me through the year.
I would think so. There's a lot there. I think I had every one of them.
But I did Motorhead's Ace of Spades, which the only way I was familiar with Motorhead was hearing Triple H from WWE, his theme, The Game, which Motorhead's performed. So that was the only song I was really familiar with Motorhead. So when I heard Ace of Spades, I had to listen to it a couple times because that's kind of more like your rock, heavy metal, kind of grungy type thing there. So okay, I'm trying. How do I want to make this kind of, basically SGT Shawn, the style here? So I had to kind of dig into it, kind of play around with it. And so I just did kind of a really quick cover of that one, and that was the more challenging ones. And some of them come very natural. I mean, I bet they do. Easy to do. But others are like, okay, I gotta, kind of dig in it. So the easiest one was Bon Jovi's Living on a Prayer, which everybody knows that song.
Yeah, that's pretty
But
easy.
but some of the others are like, okay, this is kind of interesting. So I got to listen to it a little bit.
Right.
Because like Tom Petty's Don't Come Around Here No More. Like I've heard the song, but I wasn't really familiar with it. So I had to kind of
that's a great
dig into
song.
that. And, like he's done so many iconic songs, and that was one of them. So I'm just trying to figure like, okay, I guess that could work. So we'll do that for the cover.
Right.
And some of them take like a couple hours to lay out, and others take a couple of weeks to lay out. I mean, it depends on like with scheduling and also it's passion. It's the passion too, and it's like the sometimes I got to motivate myself to say. Like, okay, do I want to do this today or do I want to do it another day?
Right.
And that's the other challenge of being an independent artist is like, you're going to have days where you just really don't feel like doing it. But,
that's true.
So you just gotta dig in,
like I said, keep
moving forward and gotta make it happen somehow.
You do. It's like me interviewing, doing it 5 days a week. It's like, oh,
I know. I'm sure it can be very taxing for you.
Oh man, I can't get the music out of my head sometimes. Unbelievable.
Nice.
So yeah, I got to touch base on this. Your buddy Hulk give you a call lately?
You know what, Big Al? I haven't been a Hogan's Hangout in a very, very long time.
Well, you got to get back there, brother.
Yeah, I know. I'm just kind of waiting for the right song so I can actually win a title belt.
That's right.
And then I want to go there and but it was an honor to win the inaugural championship and to meet the Hulkster and Jimmy Hart.
That's beautiful. I had to bring it up.
But it's awesome.
It is awesome, my friend. Now let me talk about a couple of songs. We talked about Focus, which is really cool. I love that song. So everybody out there in podcast land, get on the platforms, check out Focus, but check out
add it to your Spotify playlist and stream it because like I said, we just reached over 2,000 streams, actually 2,051 to be exact. Yeah. And I know I'll be checking the number again, and I'll probably up another 200 streams. So it's because that's what it was. It was going up literally 200 streams like almost every day. So it's like,
great.
Yeah, it's getting out on the playlist. So that's a very good thing. So if it keeps up this pace, Big Al, we could be reaching about over 10,000 streams by the end of the year.
I hope so, Shawn. You deserve that. The fans are loving what you're doing. I'm loving what you're doing. Now,
thank you.
When I was scrolling through some of the music and even the stuff on Facebook that you send me, listening to it, and me and the wife listened to it, love it and stuff. You did Hang On Sloopy, and I couldn't get the grin off my face.
Well, I'm originally from Ohio, so like, I'm not a fan of the Cleveland Browns. I mean, it's like you're not a fan of the Browns. Like, I never really be a fan of the Browns, but I'm a big fan of Ohio State.
Me too.
And when I went to Ohio, I actually got an Ohio State shirt, the one that you see in the video. And you know what? It's like this one could be really fun. So I decided to do the McCoys of Hang On Sloopy, which is the main theme of Ohio State University. And Big Al, you can attest, it's that Ohio-Michigan rivalry.
They hate me here.
It's just we're always fist back and forth, but nothing but love, brother.
That's love, right.
But no, when I did Hang On Sloopy, it was like, I'm just gonna do it exactly how I would hear it, and I added three parts to that.
Yeah,
sucker,
you did three parts,
and locked it out, and it's it's not doctored, and there's no auto tune, there's no doctorization. I just did it completely raw, and what I'm trying to do is to try and show to artists like I'm not just using auto tune and to polish up stuff here. I just want to have people hear obviously my natural voice and be able to just bring it out there and lay out these covers, and it was fun. It was fun to do that one with the OHIO throw in there. And,
that was great.
It was fun. It was fun. I got that shirt actually when I was in Ohio just recently, and I'm big into the Amish country in Berlin, and so is my mom, and we went to Amish country in Berlin and Walnut Creek, and there's a year-round Christmas store called Tis the Season. If you've never been there, Big Al, I would highly recommend you go. Okay. It is a beautiful store. It has nothing but Christmas stuff.
Wow.
And Mom got brand new ornament for the tree this year, and it's like we're gonna hit that again because there's a lot of neat stuff in there that you can't get it here in Florida. I mean, there's some nice stuff like with Amish country, like in Sarasota. there is a Dear Dutchman in the Carlisle Gifts, which they have, but Carlisle Gifts in Berlin in Walnut Creek is a much bigger store.
Is
so
it?
It was
Okay.
a lot bigger selection and a whole bunch of stuff there. So, went there, got a couple goodies there, and the cookies are awesome. And the food, and Dear Dutchman's food is incredible. Like I said, if you've never been to Dear Dutchman, they have an awesome buffet. You must try it. It's fantastic.
I have to go. I know when I lived out east in Pennsylvania on the East Coast there, I went through the Mennonites town, the Amish towns, and they didn't like me.
It's a whole different world. I mean, it's very peaceful. Actually, one of my goals is to get like a little small house out there in Ohio and everything. Because it is my home state and everything.
Right.
And one thing I always say is never forget where you came from and all that.
Right.
It really is it's a peaceful place to be.
I
mean, there's you have the cows, you have the Amish way of life. It's very simple. Very simple way of life.
Pure.
There's no ain't no the big towns or the bustle and everything like that.
What you see is what you get.
All the stuff here with music, so but it's a good little getaway just to kind of relax a little bit, just kind of soak in nature's beauty.
Yeah, I agree. So people go out there. If you ever get to stop by Amish lands and they have the carts out there with the food, the jellies, the pies, the bread, stop and get it because you will love it.
Oh yes, yeah. There's nothing like Amish food. I mean, it's fantastic. It's absolutely awesome.
Yeah.
And the thing that they're doing now, they used to have buggies, the Amish buggies.
Mm-hmm.
They're not doing them much anymore.
No.
You're not seeing any buggies out on the roads. They're actually using the mopeds, like those motorized bikes.
Oh, really?
That they're doing. And even here in Sarasota, you will not see any type of buggies. You will see, all the motorized bikes that are riding around, and that's their way of life. It's very simple. Very simple.
I like that. I do like that. Now we're talking about music here, and I know you like to do a cappella and stuff like that, but do you remember what my favorite song was back when we talked last?
I think September.
Damn right.
Yeah.
Earth, Wind, and Fire, brother. Right there, September. Shawn does a great job, people. So you please get to the platforms and listen to the songs he's done and is doing amazing. And I have a song that I'm going to mention in a minute. You might know it. You probably do. I don't know if you know it, but I'd like to see you sing that a cappella sometime.
Oh, September?
Nope. A song that I'm going to ask you to sing.
Oh, okay.
And that would be from a band called Kiss.
Okay.
And the song would be Beth.
Beth?
Yes.
Okay. All right. I'll take a listen to that one.
Yes. That's your homework. So.
Okay. That would be a special request for the covers there. And I've done some acapella ones. So if you for the listeners and everything, just browse through my Instagram and Facebook. You will actually see. It was Eric Carmen, Hungry Eyes, that did that acapella.
Oh wow!
And that's strictly acapella, and because I was like, do I want to add an instrumental to this, or do I just want to go just raw acapella? And I was like, let's just raw acapella. And I did that one, and it fit very well. I was very satisfied with the takes that I did, and it's like, this is a home run, so we'll put this out here, and it got a lot of good feedback from my followers, my regulars, and all that, my super fans. That's what you call them, the ones that are always engaged in your content. And, and it's a goal of mine to get that number up. Like if we get about 100 or 200 super fans that are just consistently commenting and loving what I do, that's a win-win. So that's a goal by the end of the year. I mean, we got in the streaming count up tremendously, so let's get those super fans up there. For all the subscribers out there and the listeners, give me a follow and don't be afraid to comment on stuff, and because that really helps with the algorithm. Like a lot of people don't realize, I'm not posting these on here. It's like the more you comment and the more you share the material, like you never know who's listening. Yeah,
that's true. Very true, brother. Very true. So, last time I asked you what was up for the future, I think you did it because you wanted to do the originals.
Yeah. And that was mission accomplished.
Yeah.
And,
okay.
I've got a lot of originals in the pipeline that I've been writing behind the scenes. And some of them have some musical ideas. Some of them just have lyrical ideas. But the next song that I'm leaning towards that is basically pretty much finished as far as like structure, and just shoot to my producer, and they'll start in September, and hopefully we'll get this thing moving and it'll be released. I'd like to get it out sooner than later, but you can't rush Picasso basically, and you can't rush art.
No, you
so
can't.
I'm hoping by it looks like probably the end of the year or November or something like that, if it moves quickly enough, is a new country song. I'm going to actually go down the country route this time around.
Okay.
And the working title, I'm probably going to keep with it, is called "Stay in Your Lane." And what this song is about is being authentically you and not worry about what other people are doing around. Just don't stop. Among the train tracks. You got to keep going. It's
That's
another
right.
keep going thing, but you got to keep going straight down the line. Don't weave on the left and the right.
No.
You have the ups and the downs in the middle of the roads and
That's
everything.
right.
But you know what? You just got to keep on the straight line. So that's going to be one of the next songs. And then I mentioned R&B. A good friend, like I said, a good friend of mine that I've known for 10 years, who knows Omar, is a more R&B song, kind of like a Boyz II Men type feel with that. So
All right.
getting that kind of written,
All
it's
right.
kind of in the baby stages with that.
Okay.
And then another song, I'm just kind of surfaced just recently, called "Down But Not Out."
All right.
These are just kind of working titles right now, but it's about I've been through this and everything, but guess what? I'm still here.
Yeah, that's right.
It's no matter what you do, hey, I may be down right now, maybe a little bleak, but you know what? I'm sure it's all that out.
That's right.
That's another working thing. I think like that could be a little bit more sooner than later, because I've got such a very strong hook for them. Usually the ones with real strong hooks and I feel it's going to make a real big impact, I tend to put beforehand.
Okay.
But you'd be surprised. I mean, it could be like the later song that could be the better song. But for me, it's about making music, all types of music, and that's what's been going on.
Good
It's a lot of hustle and grind, but a lot of writing behind the scenes.
That is. I mean, now, are you doing any videos? Are you going to do any?
Oh, actual music videos? I'm actually in the works of talking with somebody, actually up in Cleveland, but I do have another contact that I'm probably going to be working on, and Focus will have a video. It has a lyric video.
Okay.
So if you go on YouTube, you can search up the lyric video of Focus.
Okay.
And my good friend Darian, who is also an independent artist, Darian the Great, you can look him up on there. He's a rap and hip hop artist.
All right.
But he did the lyric video
for
Focused, and very quick, easy job and all that stuff like that. Just to get something that was high res and it was lyric.
I love it. So when you do the Focus video live, are you going to wear spandex?
Spandex? Oh, gosh. Best ideas? Come on.
I'm the 80s guy, man. Come on.
Oh,
I want to do the best for you, man. I want to make you pop.
There you go.
Oh, I'm having a great time, Shawn. Shawn Gavin Thomas is in the house, everybody. Oh, we're having a great time, Shawn. I appreciate you coming back on the podcast, my friend.
You betcha.
Yeah, we had a great time. And I want to hit you up again in 6 months or so, or a year, and see where you're at there. Who knows? Maybe you'll...
Let's get it booked sooner or later, because you never know. It might get filled up pretty quickly.
Right. And if you make it to Michigan, I want you here at the table. That's right.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I know you're busy. I'm going to be up that way in July, so I know you're taking off. But maybe we could somehow meet up in person. Maybe the Guardians game is not too far. About 2 hours straight.
Just hit me up. We'll see what we can do.
Yeah, for
Just
sure.
hit me up, brother.
Absolutely.
Hit me up. Oh, well, it's been a pleasure, everybody out there in podcast land. Go to the Shawn Gavin Thomas Music. All right, and that's where the platforms are. And you can check out the music.
Shawn Gavin Thomas on Spotify. Yep.
On Spotify. So check it out. You're going to love what he does. And I can't wait to see how you do about Beth. I gave him a little homework, ladies and gentlemen. So we'll see how it goes. So, Shawn, we're almost out of time. It's your show. You got any last words for everybody out there?
Well, like Big Al said, just follow me on the socials. I'm on Facebook at Shawn Gavin Thomas. And you can search that. You can just enter that artist name there, and it'll pick up Shawn Gavin Thomas Music. On there, you can enter that there, and then Instagram, Shawn Gavin Thomas Music. And follow me on there. And we've hit over 2,000 followers on Instagram. So get those numbers up. We're slowly but surely doing it. But you know what? Wouldn't have it any other way.
Let's get them up there for Shawn. So go listen and download, and support. Shawn, it's been great. Stay on the phone for me, and I'm going to wrap this up, and then we'll get to the platforms. Don't go anywhere, all right? So everybody out podcast land, stay tuned for the next show. It's coming up this Sunday. Oh, we're going to have a great time with that one, too. So everybody out there, have a good one. Tell them have a good one, Shawn.
Have a good one, everybody.
There. All right. Peace, everybody. We're out of here.